Welcome back. Hanging baskets. We all love them. We all enjoy them. But do we all know how to prepare one properly? And when you buy them, the first thing you've got to look for is the hang. So what you're looking for is a straight one at the back and these two at the front evenly spaced. You don't want it like that. You want it like that. So you get the main viewing area at the front. They normally come already set up like this, but sometimes you have to just unclip the little hooks there and just move them around to suit. We've got our basket, we've got our bucket. Now on some buckets you get a little nozzle bit at the front. That's going to be towards me. And then we will set that in there like that. Now, there's a lot of liners you can buy now. You can buy the fabric ones, you can buy the ones made out of coir. But there's other ways as well. I mean, a hanging basket you can buy in the shops now, already made with plants. The thing with that is, you don't always get the plants that you want. So it's always best, if you want them a special way, do them your own way. Now, I'm not a big basket maker. I like the simple things. A few little plants that hang over the side and a little display thing in the middle. So I'm going to use, in the smaller ones, the moss. Now, this is quite expensive. I think this is a 2 kg. I think there's no weight on it. I think it's a 2 kg bag, and that costs like nearly 10 quid. So, and that's only a little basket. So if you're going to do the bigger baskets, it's going to cost more money. That's before you buy your plants. Another option for the bigger baskets is reusing the plastic bags. It's a little bit unsightly, but you can put them in. Like so, black side out. Depends what you're looking for in a basket. With the bigger ones, I'll be using this. The smaller ones, I'll be using the moss. Now, this moss has been kept quite moist, and what we're going to try and do, if I can, is just try and build up around the sides. Pack it in tightly. I don't know if this is going to work, but we are as hell going to give it a go. Now, like I said a minute ago, you can always use your compost bags. Now I cut the two sides off, fold them all in. I use 2 ply, one way, one the other. And at this point, I don't trim the sides up. Just make sure that it goes all the way round. And then once it's filled with compost, we just trim around the top. Now for the filling, we're using just normal multi-purpose compost. I've got a layer of my own homemade compost at the bottom, and the top layer of compost has got a little added, what do they call them, little water retaining crystals. We have pushed a couple of holes in the bottom, but I will do more of the holes once it's all in and the plant's done. So push the compost down, just try and force this liner right into where it needs to be. I'll fill it right to the top. And this is a big one, so it's taking quite a lot of compost. Although don't overfill it, because remember, you still got to get your plants in. Now with the plants, you can, I just have them in the top, draping over the side, but you can poke them in the sides, and that's a little bit too much faff for me. That's it. Folding it over as you go. Now this wicker one that we have hanging up outside the greenhouse is a little bit, should we say, dilapidated, where the birds have been nicking all the little bits for their nests. So we're going to do something a little bit different with this one. We've got a big hole in the bottom. We're going to put a couple of crocks in there. And what I forgot to mention earlier is you can also use hessian if you've got any laying around. Just lay that in. Now I'm using it as a whole bag because there are quite big holes in them. So with a bit of luck, it should hold the compost in. And then we'll fill it up with compost and just trim up the waste. Now for the filling, what we got some trailing geraniums, some fuchsias, another couple of trays of fuchsias, different colours, and some upright geraniums, and some, what are they? Lobelia, trailing lobelia. So what we're going to do, we're not going to be planting them up in the bucket. We're actually going to hang them up so we can actually get a feel for what you want and where you want it. So, plants. Now, as you probably guessed, I've been shopping, and I've got these little geraniums. All we're going to do, if we can get them out, because I did notice when I picked these up that they was all intertwined with each cell. There we go. And we'll just lay them on the top. So we'll have a couple. We'll have one geranium. One geranium in the middle. Because I've got a lot of pots, a lot of baskets that I need to pot up. trailing lobelia, and we'll just lay them out on the top where you want them. Like I said earlier, you can poke them in the side. I have done over the last few years, you can see, but I'm not doing this. And because this is going to sit sort of pretty close to a wall, the trailing lobelia will go around there, around there. We've got the geranium over the front. Then you want a wow factor. And the wow factor is going to be the upright geranium, which is going to sit, wow, that came out pretty easy. That is going to sit just there. It looks a bit bare in places, but when they start growing and they start filling out, you'll have the upright at the back where you want it. Leaves will cover the wall and draping over the front. Let's put this down. So the back one is going to go in upright, as it should. These are just going to sit at an angle. So they droop over the side as they grow. Then all we're going to do is gently sit it in a bucket of water and just leave it. Let it soak up the water and let it settle down.
I take feels lighter, feels free. No more shadows hanging over me. I'll plant my roots, I'll spread my wings. In my own garden, I'm the queen of everything. I can buy myself flowers, dance alone in the light. Sing out loud, feel alright, don't need you inside. I can laugh on my own, make my world so bright. Love myself harder and it feels so right. Yeah, I'm growing my flowers tonight. Growing, growing in my own light. Planting seeds, making my life right. I'm my own sun, I'm my own fire. Blooming higher, reaching higher. I'm growing my flowers.
Now most of the basket's done now, so I think I've got 2 more I've got to do, but I'll do them tomorrow when I get back from work. So I think I'm going to see the evening out. It's nice and cool in the greenhouse now. It's been so hot today that everything has dried out, and when I finish filming I'm going to give everything a damn good water. But for a minute I'm going to do a little bit of sowing just to chill out, and I'm going to be sowing chrysanthemums, rainbows in the white pots. They're only a little pot, so, oh, I say pot, they're not pots, are they? They're cups. I'll just stick some of them on there, like so. And we're also going to put in some heli. Because, do you know what? I'm not even going to try. Names below. We'll put some of them in there. We'll do them in a minute. But what I want to do, I want to put this little seed in. Now, it is some sort of a squash or pumpkin. I don't know. There's a story with this. Now, you may or may not know, my wife works in a school for disabled children. And one of the children brought this seed in and went, "Your dad likes gardening," sort of thing, you know. give him this. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. So, thank you very much. If you happen to watch the videos, I don't know. We're going to plant this. And we are going to label it up squash, because it is big enough for a squash or pumpkin. It's too big for a cucumber. So we're going to plant that up, and we're going to label it up squash question mark. And it'll be interesting to see what we get from that. So anyway, that's me done. That's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like the hanging baskets and the different ways you could do them. It's given you a little bit of inspiration into how much it actually costs to make a hanging basket or to buy them, and some of the cheaper ways that you can make hanging baskets. So I'm going to get these potted up, and I'm going to go in for a well-earned cup of tea. So until next time, take care. I'll catch up with you next week on the Monday, and I am looking, if things permit me to, start putting up 2 videos a week. One on a Monday and one perhaps on a Thursday, depending if I get time to do the filming. So, take care everyone, and I'll see you very soon.